This is Code Editor from Modin.club. This allows us to write code for Webflow fast and easy. So here I can enter any Webflow subdomain and it pulls up my site. It pulls up any style tags that I might have on my site and any script tags. This is my own personal sandbox. I can make changes here without worrying about breaking the site for other teammates. So all of these changes are going to be saved locally in local storage on my computer. So here I'll go ahead and make a change, like I'm going to target all text and set the color here to red. And when I save, notice how it's created a new version of this file. I'll call this new color test, and I'll go ahead and just save that. So I can switch between the original version of this file and the new version I just created. I can also duplicate this version or duplicate the original as a new starting point here. And I can also name this file if I'd like. I'll call this my base styles. And if this same file is used on other pages of the site, then if I head to another page, it's going to remember which version I have selected for that file. And it's going to pull any new CSS that might be on this page only. So here, once I'm finished making changes, I can copy this and bring it back over into Webflow. And notice how the tool marks which files have changes applied that need to be brought over here into Webflow. And so here we'll go ahead and notice that it has access to all of our class names that are in Webflow. It has access to all of our variable names. So if I do things like type my theme color that I want here, I can use those. It also has access to any data attributes we might have, whether that be Webflow variants or custom data attributes we're using for our interactions. We can target them there as well. So I'll go ahead and remove that change there. And so let's head over to the home page. Let's go to JS. At any point, I can full screen all of my code. I can also full screen the website if I'd like. I can refresh the website if I'm testing like a page load interaction or anything like that. I can also do things like Command F and replace every instance of something like, let's say 70% with a new value. And that way it gets both of those in one go. And I can just click replace all to do that there. And then if we head over to our settings here, we'll notice we can do things like change the theme, and that'll be remembered every time we refresh the tool. Even things like how the sizing of the panels and all that will be remembered. And we can do things like set the font size, set the tab indent, set whether or not we want word wrap. So with word wrap applied, this just wraps onto a new line instead of making me scroll side to side. But when I turn that off, I can scroll side to side. And then we can do things like allow prettier or not. So with this enabled, or we'll turn it off and we'll look at maybe our CSS. So I can do things like maybe put this all on one line and save, and it's not going to enforce any kind of formatting. But if I turn prettier on and then I save, it's going to make sure that all of my styles are formatted with the correct indents and line breaks and everything like that. And same for the JavaScript here. Then we have some other options with Prettier that we can configure as well. So if we take a look at this, I'm going to grab the story wrap. So that is going to be for this text section here. And let's go ahead and just add markers true. So I can just test with the markers. Let's see if I want it to animate from red. So I want it to kind of do, let's see, let's make it do something like this. So it's going to animate from red. I also don't like that low opacity. So let's go ahead and make it also be full opacity here, and we'll save. So now we should notice it's going from red and full opacity. Let's say we want to test another version. So I'll call this my red text. And let's go ahead and duplicate that. And in this new version, I'll call it blue. Let me go ahead and just make it animate from blue here. And then in this version, I'm also going to make the stagger much faster. So we'll do a really small number there. And so now we should notice that that text is just going to kind of overlap a lot faster. And we'll also have a different color that we can play with there. So then I can just kind of cycle through my versions here and choose which one I want. Now at any point I can clear and this will clear any changes I've made. It will forget any changes I've made across this entire site. But if you have other sites that you've pulled up, it's not going to forget those changes. So of course, like the next time I come to the tool, if I load up that site again, it's going to remember the changes I've made and which files I've made those changes and my different versions for that. Now, if I have no website pulled up, this is just saved to no site. So I can say new CSS that I'm testing out here, and maybe this is where I'm testing something like body. Do something like color blue or something, and maybe this is some CSS I'm testing in this file, and then in here I'm going to say this is my base.js, and I'll call this something like console log hello, and save that. And so now that I have that set here, I have these two files. Let's just create one more file, last CSS. And so if I go ahead and refresh, the next time I come to this tool, it's going to remember these CSS files that I have applied to no website here. I can still pull up my website as well, and then it'll pull up the website files here, which we have there. But if I clear that, it's going to go back to just my base files here that I can test with. And by the way, on the website itself, you can also create new files. So if I create a new CSS that's specific to this site, this CSS here, I'll go ahead and set here, color blue. That is going to be applied across every page of this website. So if I head to another page here, it's going to have that same CSS available, as well as any new CSS files that are specific to that page. And same thing goes for the JavaScript. We can create new JavaScript files, and that'll be added across every page of the site. And when we're ready, we just copy this and bring it back into Webflow. So hopefully this can help you start to iterate and test really fast across multiple versions and be able to safely make changes without worrying about it affecting the live site. And that way, when you're ready to go, you can just bring that right over to the live site and it will be good to go. So that is the code editor from modin.club.